Hey guys, today we're going to take a look at the brand new 2023 UCS Venator and compare it to the 2009 playscale Venator. It's pretty incredible how different these are in scale. Of course, the UCS one, LEGO sent me, so thank you to LEGO for providing that for this video to exist. And it is $650 with 5,374 pieces and 2 minifigs, although we're not really going to look at minifigs in this because kind of an unfair comparison. The original one has 1,170 pieces, and it came out in June of 2009 for $120, but adjusted for inflation today, that's about $170 in 2023. So it's pretty wild. This is basically 1/5 the size of this one when you do the math out, which is just pretty incredible. Now, as far as things to compare, they really offer a lot of different things. Of course, the UCS is like the ultimate display model, and it's really, really great. And this one is decent for play. It's not crazy. The UCS one has virtually no play features. I mean, the only play features we really get are these little turrets that you can turn. And then on the opposite side, you can see that there's like a little small scaled down Republic gunship inside of the hangar. But beyond that, there's nothing that you can really do with the UCS Venator. That's not really a bad thing. But compared to the playscale one, you can see there's a little handle you can lift up here to have it fly around your LEGO Star Wars battles. I'll support it from underneath to show you some of the other things you can do with this. Of course, you've got some swivel turrets on the side here, so that's kind of similar to the new one. But as far as other things you can do, this entire front part lifts up, and you can see Palpatine's office up front, which is honestly pretty random. You know, it feels like that should be on Coruscant more than it should be in a Venator, but it still works. I mean, it's a fine play feature. So if we lift up this wing, you can sort of access this middle section here and see that there's all kinds of like torpedo bombs that go in this little canister. So then you slide that back into place, close this, and when you twist this knob here, those torpedoes will actually fall out a little something like this. Okay, back to the plot. With the wing open, you could pull this little gunner station out, and of course you could put one of the clone gunners in that seat, and there are some flick fire missiles there, and of course that closes back up. Putting the ships side by side, it is pretty interesting to see how they did the guns. I mean, they're relatively similar, but on the Play one, you can actually move the guns, and on the UCS one, they are fixed in place. We also have some really great greebling on the UCS one that is definitely missing on the original, and the original looks pretty janky by comparison, if I'm being honest. It is nice that we do get the swivel guns on both, as mentioned, and then, of course, we've got the red lines here, which look so much better on the UCS. Having the gray in between to help break them up really helps a lot, and that is obviously very, very missing on this model. Comparing the engines in the back, I do think it's cool that they got all the positions right on the original, but I mean, come on, the UCS does such a better job of getting all the detail and everything. Of course, it has the benefit of a much larger scale to play with, but the original just uses kind of a lot of the same pieces over and over, and you get a lot of open space in there, whereas the UCS really takes its time to fill it in as much as possible. It's far from perfect, don't get me wrong, but it's definitely a nice, better version. Another element that's super fascinating to me are that these giant tiles are the same size on both sets, and the stickers went in the same place on both sets as well. That's just so interesting to me that as the years have gone by, the scale hasn't changed, and those have pretty much stayed the same on both models. And then the final thing to really talk about is in the back here. You could bring this door down and open this door up, and there's an escape pod here. And then this entire back part lifts out, and there was room to put one pilot up top. So I have to admit, I do like that there's a lot of cool play opportunity in this version, but compared to the UCS, it is pretty crazy. I mean, comparing the two, look how they did the command centers up here compared to the UCS one. They're just completely different beasts, and they are a little bit difficult to do a comparison on because they set out to accomplish such different things. But I did think this would be a fun concept for a video anyways, so let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. Be sure to stay tuned for more LEGO content here on the channel, and I'll catch you guys on the next video.